Hey y'all, I know it's been a wild, happy June. I hope you are well and everything in your life is prospering and nothing but abundance is coming your way. So if you are new here, my name is Aneem Awe. I'm a licensed mental health therapist, clinical health educator, and I also do immigration evaluations and assessments for mental health purposes, right? And so these evaluations can certainly support one's case when they are filing for a particular status for immigration. But I do like to give the disclaimer always that it will not necessarily guarantee you automatic approval because you have a mental health evaluation. So let's get that out of the way first and foremost. But today I want to talk about something that I'm seeing and noticing. And one of the things that I'm noticing is that people are, or what can happen is fabricating stories. And so I want to call to attention the dangers of lying essentially for your immigration status or for the purpose of immigration, and kind of really have an intimate conversation with you all. So if this is a path that you are considering, or maybe, friends are telling you certain things. While I am not an attorney, I am a licensed mental health therapist. I am trained in a way to collect data. And so when I see gaps or I notice trends, I will definitely call that and bring that to my client's attention first and foremost. And so I always make sure that one of the things I always say is, like, have you consulted an attorney? Have you ran this through your attorney? Right? And so if I'm noticing gaps, I will clarify those gaps. And so let's get into it. The very first thing that I want people to remember is that you will face legal consequences if you find yourself omitting or lying about anything particularly regarding your immigration process case. So whether you're filing for VAWA, hardship, U visa, T visa, please make sure that this is something that you in fact experience and have gone through. And this is not something that, somebody told you or fed you or told you that you should probably say this or XYZ to get a chance to, go further in your case. Absolutely not. Again, and this is why I recommend you consult an immigration attorney, a licensed immigration attorney, to make sure that you go over what the implications are, as well as, like, if your story or you meet the guidelines for filing that process. Now, I get some people want to do it independently because hiring an attorney can be an expensive process, which is totally understandable. But again, please make sure this is something that you experience and you are not lying, or you are not telling or fabricating the truth in any sort of way. Part of writing a good report is that it does require some recall, and so some of the details may be forgotten. And as a clinician, I understand that, right? I understand the impacts that trauma has on memory, so I can speak to that. But when there are other patterns that I won't go too deep into because I don't want to give anybody any intel of how I pick up on that, it's definitely something that you want to be mindful of. So again, don't lie. It's not worth it. It can be lots of legal troubles that can come down the line. Second reason why you probably shouldn't be lying during your immigration process is that your deceiving or deception can lead to your case being denied, right? You go through all that process, you pay all those monies, whether it's attorneys, the evaluators, and then you get to the end of the road and then you submit the application and then you come back with a denial. And so that can be very frustrating. Of course, denials happen for a multitude of reasons. However, you do not want to go through all that and get denied in the end because you were lying. And then so at the end of the day, you still aren't getting what you asked for. Again, more reason to tell the truth, especially if this is something that you truly, in fact, experience. Also, if you have a history of misrepresenting yourself, that's going to look bad on you later on down the line. So say, for instance, your case is denied and then you come back and try to apply for another status, or you try again. That's already going to look bad on you because you were deceptive before. So your name literally will have a track sheet that you probably don't want to necessarily develop in a negative way per se. And so again, make sure that this story that you are, giving, or the mental health problems or the medical problems that you are claiming are in fact the case for you as the individual who is claiming whatever status you're claiming. So this video is pretty short and sweet. I just had to get that off my chest because it's something that I think that doesn't often get discussed. And look, I get it. I sit here in a position of privilege as a US citizen, and every day, you know, you just look at down in the border, you listen to the stories about immigration every single day. I get how many people put their lives on the lines to be here for various reasons. I totally understand that. I empathize with that, and that's why part of the reason why I do this work. However, you want to make sure that you are doing something or going about it the right way. And I'm not here to be the moral police or shame police in any sort of way, but I am saying that if you have a concern or you have the concern about your experience or your story, please advise a licensed attorney ASAP. That's the best way that you're going to get the best information possible, especially because they are the experts when it comes to immigration. And so I just want to share that today with you all. And if you have any questions or anything I can expound upon or anything you want me to talk about a little bit more, please let me know in the comments. And as always, make sure you subscribe, share this with somebody that you know that they could benefit from this information. And I will see you next time. Take care of yourselves.